because this is important. I don't want to miss a second of this.
I don't want to miss a thing.
Cause even if I dream of you, the sweetest dream would never do. I miss you, babe, and I don't want to miss a thing. We are like,
That was the least.
I mean, like fanboy. We've
instinct
been like
song
best
ever
friends
did.
for like 20 years now, probably.
It's
But, like,
it's at
even
least
then, it's
14
weird
years.
how like on the same wavelength we are.
It's a nightmare. Yeah, it's been like 14 years, I think.
That's a while.
Yeah.
It's closer to 20 than it is to most numbers.
Like, you know, we
So badly a meteor
That's
here.
true of a lot of numbers.
That is true. I'll be right back.
Please appreciate this extreme CG instructions on how to put together a Razor Scooter.
I also appreciate that, like, you can't just, like, Razor Scooter for the love of the game. A robot has to have kidnapped.
Yeah,
your
a
friend.
robot has kidnapped all of my friends. So now we can only play as Chad and Amy. Chad appears to have a broken arm. Probably shouldn't be scooting, but too bad.
And, like, at least one shoelace is untied, which is a terrible idea.
And here's our most important question. What color is our scooter?
Green.
Any
Actually,
other-
I did like that color of green. It was
I had a red one as a child. We'll wait for Beat to
The
type
red
break.
didn't look like as good of a red. It looked like an orange red.
You look like an orange red. There's orange.
There's a red and an orange, though.
that's not a good orange. It's good red though.
They're all quality colors, and they do nothing. So, you know, you just appreciate them.
The green
Okay, I'm
reminds me
back.
of
What
like
I
a
missed?
Jolly Rancher.
All
We're
you've
deciding
missed
the
is
color
that
of
I was
scooter.
we were introducing the robot kidnapping plot.
Of course, the robot kidnapping
and
plot.
We were going
How
to
could we have anything else?
we were going to have a debate about what color of a scooter we would be scooting it with.
I mean, like, are you really even scooting if you're not scooting blue? I don't think so.
Oh damn! A third one enters the pack.
Green.
Aha, but there's two
Are we
different
fighting
colors of
now?
blue.
Because I will defeat Gogglebob and Trident in a hand-to-hand combat.
That's
much
just good,
like-
Fire up
but
Smash Brothers.
Much like Super Spoiler Secret defeated. Wait, who did he beat? I gotta look this up.
Someone.
Gotta fucking
Okay,
like.
so
find his-
let's before Beat spoils anything, we're going to showcase this level. This game has about 5 levels total.
Let's see here.
So we're going to be finishing this tonight.
I'm glad
this
because
was-
our friends got kidnapped by a robot. and
This
I
was
would be
made
upset
by
if we got
Shaba
kidnapped.
Games, the developers of Grind Session. It features such unforgettable moves as the hand clap.
The hand clap, you say?
Ow! Oh, this child is fucking dead.
I liked how they had that huge warning at the start, like please wear a helmet and what are the
Don't do this. Don't ever do this.
Much like how Super Spoiler Secret beat Ken Shamrock, and that's a phrase I can say with complete like none of you will get it because everybody fucking beat Ken Shamrock. You aren't even a UFC fighter if you didn't beat Ken Shamrock at least once.
But yeah, this has some mildly interesting mechanics. Shaba was still interested in this idea of like, what if you could get more time somehow? So in this case, they did like this idea of like, well, what if you did good enough combos, you could actually get time. So you get 10 points every time you fill up that meter.
Okay,
Or not
like
points, but seconds.
10 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay, as like a huge fan of Crazy Taxi, I actually really like mechanics where playing well lets you play longer. That's
It's a very
pretty cool.
arcadey concept.
Yeah, it's a very arcadey
for
concept,
sure.
but it's like when implemented properly, it can just absolutely rule.
Oh yeah, this is not me making fun. I think that, this was like a $10 game. For $10, this was fine. Like
it was-
they did not like they were trying.
Yeah, there's an amount of effort on display here that that impresses considering the $10 price tag.
Yeah, this honestly looks more fun than that one game you were playing that was not Tony Hawk.
You're probably thinking of Street Skater. Skater spelled with an 8.
That is correct. That looked miserable.
I can't play
was-
that one. I haven't played the first 7.
Street Skevsner.
Great Sixer.
Street Tuners. Street S Tuners. Stooners?
It was actually
Stooners.
Snow Skaters was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was really interesting the direction they went with fighters.
Yeah. I didn't get enough grind distance.
You didn't get enough.
Ah.
How could you fail us like this?
Now your friends have been
I
converted
do
into
like that
robots.
you went with the ancient high score naming of
Ah.
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 It's either that or ass.
I was
Like,
gonna
you
say,
know.
enter ass. It might unlock a secret emulator.
I'm gonna guess that it doesn't, because this is a game for 8-year-olds. That's what I get for scooting too hard.
Wait, how many letter A's did you type in? Did you type in A for the homage to the skating?
Keep trying to manual. You cannot manual.
I mean, you can't really manual on a Razor scooter.
We would call that wheeling.
My brother had a Razor scooter, and we all played with it, and it was bad.
Me and my brother both
Yeah.
had them because they were cheap.
Yeah, no, they're very cheap. They're like, let's be real. Like if you were a kid playing in the neighborhood at that time, a Razor scooter was a cool thing to have.
It was it was a thing you could have. Like there's
it was a thing
nothing
you
that was
could
going to
have.
stop you. Also, this game, you can't really hear it. This game's soundtrack is genuinely very, very bad.
Atrocious. It's like, I believe I described it when you streamed it via Discord a few weeks ago for me. Was
Yeah.
that weeks ago now? Good
Yeah,
God.
it was weeks ago.
I described it as the most Disney AM channel rock imaginable.
Yeah, it was very much. There's a lot of sloppy Meat Eaters tracks on here. There's honestly not something anyone other than maybe the sloppy Meat Eaters parents cared about.
I have great affection for shitty pop punk. I do.
Oh yeah, same.
Yeah,
This was bad pop punk, not shitty,
But
bad.
I heard those songs and I was like, oh. I mean, I want to support you because I support the medium in general, but really?
Yeah,
You're
it's
making
not
this
great.
very difficult for me.
Okay, but yeah, the level design here is good. They're kind of limited, but you know, this was not a bad game. This was, given what they were working with, this is pretty fun. Its biggest issue is simply that there just isn't that much to it. But again, you spent $10 on it. Fuck you. Who cares? The N64 version of this was a Blockbuster exclusive.
That's incredible. God.
So now it's worth $10,000.
Probably. And there was
Now
a
you-
Dreamcast
now
version
you
that
would
I've never
literally
seen in the
bankrupt
wild.
yourself trying to buy one.
Everyone, please go look up the box art where a man seems is Razor scooting and seems unprepared for the sheer extremeness of Razor scooting.
I'm pulling this up right now. Oh my God! My first Google hit was the Game Boy Advance version.
Hell yes.
Putting
Was that
this
also
in,
$10?
putting this in the only appropriate place. That's right, baby. Sex 2 screenshots.
Could be sexier. Okay, so then we have
Wait,
level 2.
nope, never mind. That I'm deleting that post. That child looks like he's 8.
That should just not be in Sex 2 screenshots.
Should not be in Sex 2 screenshots.
Okay, but yeah, choose a level. This is school's out.
Just
School
going in
spelled with a
general.
Z.
God, that Game Boy Advance. Man,
I believe all the box arts are basically the same.
them.
The
I mean, they really are.
expression is what sells it.
Yeah, no, it's
It's
truly
incredible.
Also, everything about that is major graphic arts and fashion going on there. Even inexplicably, they set the ESRB rating right under his ass.
He just
I think
shat
that's
out
just
an
where
E
the
for
ESRB
everyone.
rating went on every box, but I'm
Yeah,
not
but
sure.
because of the way they composed the image, that like they knew where his ass was
Oh
going to
yeah,
be.
good point. Yeah, they should have planned for that. That's true.
I mean, it's put there like as a Tetris block being put on top of the Nintendo Seal of Quality.
We were talking about like Gogglebob, we were talking about like fucking like text placement on video game boxes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Final Fantasy 16.
Yeah. I remember that like triggered like a Vietnam War style flashback to the bad box to the best box arts thread, where I ended up as the co-host / actual host because I wasn't just drawing comics of my OCs that nobody cared about. It's so weird.
Not that you're bitter.
Pete's not mad.
But
Don't put in the newspaper that Pete got mad.
I got legitimately mad after going through like 800 Prince of Persia boxes. I was madder than any person has ever been.
The kind of thing that would drive a man mad.
Look, when you like have to like stare that much like cast
Whitewashing.
strength racism in the face, you'd be mad too. That's all I'm saying.
Pete was filled with righteous indignation.
It was very upsetting seeing that many like Middle Eastern stereotypes get mean mugged by Tom Cruise. Just very upsetting. Like at a certain point, you just want to die because there are so
Don't we
fucking
all?
many releases of that like game, and like you never know what they're gonna be until you click through on all of them. I was there for like 4 hours going through fucking Prince of Persia boxes. So yes, I was extremely upset by the end of that experience. But like one of the... I forgot where I was going with that. It's just completely gone now. So we will just let it be until I suddenly remember it an hour later.
Got a flashback to box art time. Thanks to Final Fantasy 16.
Oh, right, that's right. Yeah, it was the Breath of
You
the
were
Wild
trying-
box. No, seriously. I was like giving my goal, my job in that thread became to explain like what all the regional box art differences were, and the Breath of the Wild box like had a really good American box and honestly a pretty bad Japanese box, because the American box was framed so that the text was like perfectly like positioned over a rock that Link was standing on, so therefore it was very readable. And the Japanese box, all the text was just spilling out over the sides, and they'd also like zoomed in on it a little bit, so there was less like ability to see the whole scene. And because of that, like the actual letters were less readable. Now, granted, I can't read kanji, but I could read the English text that they also put on there, except that because it was like, now white on white, it was much less readable. The whole thing was just kind of a mess.
So we started at a scooter park. We moved to
Ooh.
a school.
Oh, okay.
Now we go to the logical next place, a clock tower.
Of course.
London. God damn it.
Londinium.
Gonna go to Big Ben.
Oh, Big
Meet
Banji.
Big Benny.
Mom, I gotta go
Here
to
it
the
was
clock
thinking-
tower. The robots kidnapped my friends. I gotta scoot there.
Okay, but
Okay,
Argo
look at
also
this.
has-
Look at this fucking nerd and tell me he has friends.
He apparently does, according to the lore.
He does, but the robot kidnapped them, so they really exist. Like, Big
That's like saying, oh yeah, no, I totally have a
What about-
girlfriend. She just lives
I
in
was gonna say
Canada.
big Canadian girlfriend energy there.
Exactly.
Gogglebob, as one who has had many Canadian girlfriends.
Only the one.
Wow.
Girlfriend that lives in Kent.
And she moved
Right,
there
the simple
after
fact
we
that-
came.
The simple fact of the matter is I don't actually like know if Gogglebob is making that up or not. Because he could actually have a Canadian girlfriend right fucking now.
Well, not right. Not in this administration.
I see. She broke up with you over the terrace.
Yeah. It got too expensive to send her messages.
Well, that's why I
Level
gotta use a VPN.
level open, Sky Fortress 1.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Are you gonna do it?
We have to
Natural
unlock another
progression.
Sky Fortress or two.
Oh fuck! It's okay. I'm willing to wait. I'm willing to wait for super spoiler secret.
Is-
Alberta. She lives in
Cass, what did you whisper into the mic?
Oh God, I really have no idea where the mic on this thing is. Said her name is Alberta. She lives in Vancouver.
Yeah, there you go. We're getting some Avenue Q nonsense now.
I'm genuinely upset with you for that one, Cass. Like,
You've earned Beef's ire, which is incredibly easy to earn, but he sometimes just doesn't bother.
I'm impressed. What did I do now?
Pun.
sorry, what? You're
It's
so
not
quiet,
funny.
Cass.
Cass
sorry.
asked, what did she do?
Oh. You made a bad pun, which is why I've
That's
sworn
the
multiple
easiest way to
deaths-
get to beat shit list. Ask Trinan.
Yeah, like just ask Trinet. He's on the call right now.
What?
Exactly.
Beat, have you ever seen Avenue Q?
No. I've heard most of the songs because I had access to this thing called the internet at the time.
Also,
but
I think
no, I've
we've been
never
at
actually
karaoke
seen
with
the whole
people who
thing.
sing Avenue Q songs a lot.
That and Hamilton songs, which frankly I consider to be a greater sin than Avenue Q songs.
Damn.
Okay,
think,
okay. I need to get the
Not
extreme
you, Cal Scrub.
score.
Obviously, I was talking about Fugu 13.
Noted hated enemy.
I'm pretty sure.
Hated enemy,
both
one
me
of the
and
people I live
Fanboy
with.
have, both me and Fanboy have sinned the same sin.
We have.
But hey, it's Easter. We're all forgiven. and all that.
That is true. It is Easter.
No, that was earlier.
Christ is risen. No, Lent's over.
Okay.
I can eat candy again. Oh my God, I gotta tell you guys this. So, Easter Sunday, right? Like, I was coming back from a family reunion, my wife's side, and like not even like most of my wife's family, like the relatives of an aunt family reunion. And we were in the airport. It was Easter Sunday, and I was like, "Oh shoot, Len's over! I can finally eat candy again." And my wife was like, "Here, all of the candy in this candy I bought like 2 days ago were the orange ones, and I hate the orange ones, so they're all yours." And I love orange candy. I love orange, love like orange Tootsie, like Fruity Rolls or whatever the fuck. So I eat one, and it's terrible. And I'm like, this is not the glorious return from Lent that I was expecting. I have been let down.
You've been lent down.
I mean, oh fuck! Oh fuck! I can't even be mad at that one. That one's too good.
Yep. Yep.
Do non-Catholic Christians have like the Lenten traditions too? I thought that was just a thing.
It's not required, but plenty
not
observe
required.
it anyway.
Like here's the deal.
Kind of upsetting.
Oh no!
I do not like.
Please, everyone, look at what just
observe
happened.
I don't observe Lent
Yeah.
every year, but there are certain years where I felt like I kind of need to, for like various personal reasons. And this was one of those years, so I observed it this year.
That kid just fell into the void, though.
Yeah, no, that's gonna happen a lot.
Mm.
Yeah, but like there are non-Catholic denominations that observe Lent. I've never been one of them, but I guess I'm pretty non-denominational. But like this year, I just sort of felt I needed to, so I did, and it felt right.
Some
Nice.
years I think most Christian denominations would agree with the at the very least concept of like, oh, I should deprive myself of one of my worldly habits in order to like have a better to focus my mind on like God.
Yeah, to better myself, to focus my mind on God, to like have a better like more like. It's not even like about like giving something up. It's more just about like
Refocusing.
how to put this. When you're observing Lent, you are like every time you want to do something, you are like, no, I'm making a better choice, and that bleeds over into all the other choices you make. It helps you like look at your life and make better choices in general, I think.
So you too can be somebody who unlocks Sky Fortress 4.
Yeah.
Yes. Lent allows you to unlock Sky Fortress 2.
Now we're talking.
And super spoiler secret.
I'm looking for Sky Fortress 3, and I would like Beat to go look up how to unlock Sky Fortress 3 to make sure that we get this done.
Hold on, I'm doing it right now.
Thank you.
One of my favorite Twitter posters of all time, when talking about Lent, once said, "I refuse to let Lent make me a better person." He said, I observe Lent because I am a sinful person and I'm going to die. Embrace the horror."
What's the Sky Fortress trying to unlock here?
3.
3. Shit. Okay.
Are you playing Sky Fortress?
No. No, it's much dumber.
Razor Scooter!
Razor
Oh, okay.
Freestyle Scooter.
Because Sky Fortress may well be the hardest NES game.
I would never put myself through that. I have very little nostalgia for the NES.
That's good. Because, oh god,
That's the kind of game that you play when you're. Okay, so we're gonna visit one of the Sky Fortresses.
Sky Fortress 1!
Except
it's
one
like
of,
one
not
of the games you play when you're an '80s child.
Okay, Sky
So,
Fortress 3 is accessible once you clear all extreme objectives in the first 3 levels. I have no idea how much that requires.
Yeah, I just need to do the extreme score. It's 60,000 points. It's not that hard. I'm gonna quickly do that.
AV, are you aware of? No, I'm not even gonna spoil it because it's too perfect. When you see
it's too beautiful.
I normally would never dream of telling you go to a fanboy's Twitch and watch what he's doing, but this is the one time I'm going to, and I hope you understand the gravity of that request.
I don't even know if I can.
I'm just gonna dump it in general, and also like I'll throw it in. I'm Hyper Battle Cyborg 2, whatever. So,
okay, I will go and take a look. I'm actually on the road this week, so I'm joining you from my phone.
Huh, hope you're okay.
I hope you're having a good time.
Yeah,
but yeah, no, I understand that would make things difficult. So
Here, I'll take a look. I'll see what I can do.
You don't gotta do anything, but like I think when you see it, you will be like, holy shit. But it's not gonna happen for a while, and
yeah, you've got about like
when it's
10 minutes.
I'll warn you when it's upcoming. We got at least like 10 minutes, I think, at least. So
okay,
no,
'cause
no rush.
Have them bring up the stream.
I'm watching what appears to be a little boy on a Razor scooter.
Yeah,
that's exactly what you're
it
watching.
is.
That is what is going on.
Like I said, you won't need to like be paying attention to this shit for a while, but
I do
will
think
give
that
you
there are
ample
things.
warning.
Oh God! I do think there are.
That's horrifying. That sudden hard cut to a different camera angle, so you can more appreciate this young boy's death as he tumbles into oblivion.
It's like I'm playing Heart of Darkness all over again.
Fucking grim.
Okay, Sky Fortress 3 is open.
Okay.
Yay.
It's happening. It's important.
Okay, select
Now we can
level.
go to the Sky Fortress.
So, I want you to imagine what a level called Sky Fortress 3 looks like.
I am already thinking of a Sky Sanctuary in Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
And
I guess Sonic Generations.
Take you there.
My dreams were cut short because I just saw the thumbnail preview on the.
It looked like a Windows screensaver. Surely
Ah!
Oh, that was a jump scare. This
Such a terrible way to die.
That child is more dead than they have ever been.
this is a Quake level, but it's like a skate. No, this is that level editor from Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Oh God! Oh no! I'm fine. Everything's
Burrito.
fine.
Burrito, Liquor, Connor, Mario, Broken Turner.
I mean, kind of disappointed there wasn't a child death just now.
I'm
So
too
am I.
pro for that, asshole.
Too pro skater.
Too pro,
Oh.
too legit to quit.
Oh
Pro too skater.
no! Okay, we might actually
Okay,
need to
there's
do.
the child death we were waiting for.
You might end up
I love
needing to
watching
do a
the child do,
second
like, their
Sky
big-ass
Fortress, but we'll see what happens. Okay.
Are
It'll take a few tries. We all expected this.
Not just that. I just mean that like certain. I thought that the unlocks were keyed to level, but I think it's number of Sky Fortresses, so we might have to do a second.
What?
But it'll be
That's
fine.
bullshit.
It'll be fine.
It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. We're not
We've
running
unlocked
away.
3 Sky 4 try.
No, 4.
Is that the plural for fortresses?
It
All
is
this
now,
time?
baby.
You
Yeah,
unlock
the singular
Fortress
the
4
singular
when you
word
unlock
fortresses.
Like, fortresses is what you say if you're a fucking bumpkin.
Well, I guess I'm a fucking bumpkin then. I didn't even know it. I'm learning
Hearing
so
about
much about
fortresses-
myself.
Fortresses is the singular. Fortress is not a word, and fortresside.
It's a made-up
is,
word meant to trick
the
students.
No, fortresside is the person who killed that guy with the cask of Amontillado.
Amontillado.
Oh,
No, that was the name of the cry.
Well, no, the crime was entombment.
entombment without a permit.
Yeah. Oh, we don't know that part actually. It's left vague.
You might have filed.
Yeah.
Those wine guys are kind of weirdos.
Did they even have permits in Edgar Allan Poe's day?
They had wine guys, and that's already a crime.
Look,
True.
Edgar Allan Poe died of voting abuse. Like, they definitely had permits.
Thought he died of like technically incest.
I don't think that's what
Didn't he
killed
marry his
him.
cousin?
Of the many
It should
things
have,
that
though,
killed him, it wasn't
right?
It should have, but
Like,
it didn't.
we all agree that like that's punishable by death.
I'm just saying I don't think it's what did it.
But
I
it should
would
have.
like to point out the amazing fact that Edgar Allan Poe invented the detective genre, and then
Okay.
he died in a manner that was mysterious, and nobody's ever figured out exactly what happened.
Okay, so we have rescued the first one. Brittany is free.
Oh, Brittany.
Get out of
Brittany
here,
is
Brittany.
free. Free
Now
Brittany.
we move to the most important one.
Okay, okay, AB, you're gonna want to switch over to the Twitch stream now.
Okay.
Did you see?
Can we all just make Britney is free our like avatars?
Brittany is free.
No, because
Brittany!
we're gonna make the next one our avatars.
Oh no. I'm terrified.
It's
No,
just
we're
that
not.
good. It's just that important.
I like the idea that this robot kidnapped your friends and like hid like subway tokens around.
I think those are
the razor
Scooter
wheels, you fool! Ah!
Oh,
I
that
fell
was-
into a skybox.
No.
Love the
Just
idea of a dead
T-posing.
child on a razor scooter just falling down to the city. Somebody's like,
That's
whoa.
why this game has such an extreme warning label.
Challenge level complete.
No.
Perfect. You got 30 of 30 wheels. In getting all the wheels, you have rescued your friend Tito Ortiz and foiled Mad Robot Norton for now.
Wait, what?
They got Norton.
They got Tito.
Oh, this is definitely a game.
Tito Ortiz is free!
Tito Ortiz is
I'm
free.
Noted
This is what I wanted
turn
to
of
see,
the
AB.
millennium UFC fighter Tito Ortiz. We have now played a game with Tito Ortiz and his future and now ex-wife Jenna Jameson. And somehow
That is-
somehow neither of them feel appropriate for a child-friendly game, but here's Tito.
Tito Ortiz is
Robot,
free.
right?
Tito.
Tito!
The most true thing I have ever said online remains: Tito Ortiz is the world's first human Pokemon. Everything he thinks is just like his name at different intonations.
Tito! I was
Tito!
referencing that I wanted to make sure that there was at least one required, there must be a bullet point when Razor Freestyle Scooter goes on the site, and that is just going to be Tito!
Tito!
No.
Oh man, Tito.
Get us
Tito.
Daryl.
I think one of my
We're gonna unlock
favorite
Daryl.
Chael Sonnen stories is like where he was where he just saw Tito on the street and was just like, "Oh hey Tito, what are you doing here?" And Tito was like, "Oh, I gotta go." And Chael just sat there
And then
and
fell
goes,
off the
"Tito,
air
wasn't a trick
fortress."
question.
Tito
Tito, it wasn't a trick question.
I feel like
Tito
she's
is
throwing, like,
upsettingly
a
buff
big-
as well.
Yeah,
I
he's
mean,
got,
that
like,
makes
an
sense.
adult
Tito.
body, but like a child frame. Like something's happening there.
Oh yeah, no, like this is
It's
this is
deeply
super fucked
upsetting.
up.
I have a like a screen capture image of the Tito Ortiz is free that I also expect to be in the blog.
Absolutely. No, just fucking. I really wish, like, I had a recording of the phone call that occurred, like, between Freestyle Razor Scooter and Tito Ortiz. I just really want to have. I
You
know
just
it
gotta
doesn't
know.
exist, but I really want to hear it just once.
You know.
Just like them, like trying to explain the concept of the game to Tito, and him being like, "I don't understand. What are you
Tito?
trying to tell me?" Tito, and like them just saying, "Look, we'll give you $50," and him going,
Tito!
"Ah, Tito,
Tito! No,
Tito."
I fucking want to hear Tito Ortiz trying to, like, lawyer language his understanding of likeness rights, like, live and on the phone with someone. Is like,
That was so good.
If you wish to make utilization of my own living likenesses, what particulate can you give me to ensure recompense? You know, by this point, the actual programmers who are trying to negotiate this have died. They have melted from listening to Tito Ortiz, and they had to bring in a bunch of, like, freelance Frenchmen, which explains the rest of this game.
Oh.
Tito.
Just like to be a fly on the wall during that conversation, it must have been fucking incredible.
Tito
I was
angry.
about the-
Tito plaintive.
Him like I can just imagine him being like, "So do you need me to come down to, like, wherever you guys are and ride a Razor Scooter around the parking lot or something? Because
Yeah,
I'll
absolutely
do that." And them being like,
Absolutely not.
"No, we just need you to say yes."
We
You want the
need,
shirt off or on?
we
Do-
know a guy who is going to draw you as a disconcertingly muscular child.
Normally I have to pay for that.
Really upsettingly muscular child.
We're going to make the phrase.
Will there be
Tito's
flames
a
on my
threat.
pants?
Of course,
Tito.
more flames than you could imagine.
I will
The
look like I am a
flames will
Bam
burn.
Bam Bigelow cosplayer.
I really, I genuinely love the like flame pants aesthetic. That's so good.
Also, is he skating wearing sandals?
He
Yes.
is wearing sandals. yes.
Flip flops, actually.
Also, he is
He's the Huntington
scooting.
Beach.
Thank you very much.
He's the Huntington Beach bad boy.
He is the
Yeah,
Huntington
all-
Beach bad boy.
All shoes, when put on his feet, immediately become Adissage slides.
That looks like a very torturous last wheel there.
Also, I need to make it absolutely clear to everyone on this call. I need to make this completely torturously clear
We're all
that
listening.
the state of California was so utterly unimpressed by Jenna Jameson as a human being, as a parent, and as a citizen, that a judge, a family court judge, looked her in the eyes and said, my judgment is that Tito Ortiz must raise your children.
A genuinely nightmarish concept.
So good.
Oh no.
So fucking good.
That is a punishment you get for, like, breaking a jungle idol. And yet it was handed down in a court of law.
She later went on a Saudi Arabian reality show about her conversion to Islam, I believe, so she could marry like a Saudi billionaire.
There's a
That's a
Like,
sentence I just said.
yeah, like I have nothing but pity for whatever is going on in her head. She is having a rough lifetime.
I mean, I think you and I could recognize that as a rough lifetime. I'm not certain she could. I'm pretty sure she'd be like, hell yeah, be on TV.
You know what, though? I gotta say that is a far better Saudi Arabian reality show than most, say, Syrians got to be on.
Yeah, absolutely.
True.
So question about the custody trial or whatever. So, was it actually the right decision? Is that what makes it crazy?
It might even have been correct.
There is a strong possibility.
There are
that it
no
was.
good options when those are your two choices.
Look, the simple fact of the matter is, we all make fun of Tito for just being really dumb. That said, even with all the shit he said about you have to imagine.
I'm sure
me
it's
doing,
in the process of
quotes
saying.
here. You have to imagine me doing the finger quotes here. Plandemic. I do not doubt that Tito Ortiz does in fact love his children.
Yeah,
there's no doubt in my mind there. He absolutely.
Let us all contemplate the period where Tito Ortiz was was in government for just a few brief months, and then was like, "Oh, this is a lot of work. Fuck this," and resigned.
Yeah, yeah, he was the rare nominally conservative member of government that just got really tired of doing actual work and quit.
So Mayor
Just
Knuckles.
I am out of it. I don't care.
Yeah.
This is a lot of work. I'm out.
I'm over this shit. I'm done. Fuck this.
Tito!
Tito! He would have, it would have been a very stern Tito. It would have been a Tito.
Tito.
Tito!
He comes in, slaps the table, Tito, and just leaves.
Just is gone. Just is done. I'm over this shit. Fuck this. Tito!
I thought that was you impersonating him leaving this level or something, but I guess you're still playing it.
The thing is, you ask yourself, does he hear all other things as all other statements as the word Tito? No, he hears every statement made by another person as their actual language.
And understands.
However,
understands it.
However, within Tito Ortiz's brain, no word is higher or more beautiful or more expressive than Tito. Therefore,
he only speaks in Tito because that's the only word he considers worth saying.
Exactly.
Why say a word you don't care about?
Much as C.S. Lewis said that in heaven, all things must be either music or silence. Tito dreams of an age when all words will be Tito.
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 Tito. Tito.
Well, Tolkien was cheated out of by saying what most beautiful phrase is, I guess.
Tito.
Tito.
No.
Tito was after his time.
Tito was before his time, but if you think about it, all of human history was cheated out of Tito Ortiz before, I want to say, when was he born?
Seems like a 70s sort of guy.
He really was.
I mean, if he married Jenna Jameson.
Occurs to me that means that Tolkien was alive at some point around.
There was likely some
1975. That is the most. That's the most
Tito possible time.
Possible.
Excuse me, wait, he's a mayor?
He was for a moment.
Literally 30 seconds, and then he quit because
it was 3 months because he decided that it was too much work.
Oh, yeah. Apparently it was 6 months, but yeah, wow.
Yeah, it's extremely funny.
Look, fuck. Okay, I'm just gonna dig this up really quick.
Okay. No, Tito Ortiz has. They say there are no second acts in American lives, but no, Tito Ortiz proves this devastatingly wrong. Because every time you think Tito Ortiz is gone and will never return, he comes back somehow stupider and funnier than ever before.
Tito!
I'm trying to find. Damn it! I'm gonna have to go to the desiccated husk of Twitter here.
In conclusion, Tito!